In this video I'm gonna show a tool that I built called Taskplane. It's a new project management tool, really. Nothing less than that. So it's in the same market like other tools like Jira or Trello or something like that. But I've tried to take what I don't like about those platforms and some ideas I have for a new platform of this sort and just put this into a new solution or a new implementation of a already proven solution, really. So yeah, it's called Taskplane. It's currently in private beta, as you can see. I'm planning on releasing it fairly soon. I just want to see if there's any interest in this. I think I have like 50 people in the early access database right now, and we have like a Discord community where I like collect some feedback from users who are trying it out. So this is the website. Sorry, it goes through some features. I'm gonna give you a demo later as well. The integrations is something that's going to come because I know this is a very key feature of an app of this sort. Right now, what I have is a raycast extension that I built. So there's 3 commands that if you use raycast, if you haven't heard about it, it's basically a replacement for Spotlight for macOS. So I can basically do like browse tasks, and then I can see all of my tasks, and I can go into a task and I can read about it. It's pretty nice. And I can also open it, of course. I can create new tasks if I want to as well. So that's the extension that's live currently, but I'm working on adding more as I go. You can, of course, have multiple workspaces. You can chat. This is a small but nice feature. Taskplane basically generates Git branches for you, or Git branch names, so you can just copy-paste it. And it has a bunch of other features like reactions and due dates and subtasks. And I'm going to show you this later. But one thing that's maybe like the biggest reason I built this is because I feel like all of these other services have a very complicated set of terminologies. They have epics, and they have milestones, and they have stories and sub-stories and releases, and you spend so much time just trying to understand this stuff and what lives where, and is this task like duplicated, or is the same task, and where does it exist? And Taskplane keeps it very simple. It has projects, boards, columns, and tasks. There's only going to be one copy of a task, so it's not going to get duplicated, but it can live anywhere, like on multiple boards, multiple columns, in multiple projects, or in none of them, just like a task. Command palette, pretty usual for apps nowadays, but very nice. You can just search for everything, don't have to click around. And yeah, you can just request access to this, and you will end up on a early access database, so you'll get contacted as fast as this is launching in general availability. You can read a bit about what's changing in Taskplane in every beta release. I released a fairly large version today. I sat down with a friend, and he gave me a lot of feedback on what he's missing, and I basically just solved a large portion of that which made the app a lot more usable. From the beginning, it had a lot of features, but some of the more important ones were missing. Because I'm trying to balance this, like, how much information do you show the user versus how clean should it be? I'm trying to balance this. I also mentioned there's a Discord community, so you can just join it. You don't have to be signed up or requested access. You can just join there and see what's going on, meet other people using. Regarding the pricing, right now it's free for both individuals and for teams. If you happen to get a private beta code, you can invite your whole team and use it. Like, you don't have to worry about needing one code for each person. Just invite them through the UI, and they can just join your workspace. In general availability, teams will probably pay a small amount, monthly or yearly, but I'm pretty sure it's always going to be free for individuals. Yeah, I think that's about it for the website here. Let's show the actual app here. So here I have a workspace called Acme, and I've set it up with some like placeholder data here, so I can demo a bit how it works. So in the left here we can see our projects. You can create however many projects you want, and a project is basically just a set of boards. And what's nice is you don't have to like conform to any way of working. You can structure this the way you want. Maybe you want projects to be milestones, or you want it to be like quarters, or whatever you want. It's completely up to you. The way I use it is mostly for like what I call it, projects. So for my Taskplane organization, I have a project called Taskplane, and inside of here I divide it up in like roadmap and marketing. But it's very up to you. So let's go into this new platform. Instead of this new platform, we have 6 different boards. We have 3 boards for sprints, and we have 3 boards for backlog, feedback, and bugs. So if we go to the latest sprint here, we can see we have some tasks. And the way you can add tasks is either by going up here, or you can add a task on each column if you prefer it that way. So let's go ahead and create a new task, and we can say add in-app chat widget. You can choose to assign yourself to this task directly if you're going to be the one working on it. And you can see it ends up here. Let's open this task, and now we can start like filling out the details here to make it easier for your colleagues to actually complete this task and to understand what's going on. I've added some tags here, so let's add front end. We probably need some back end and some design for this. I'm going to be working on it, but we can also assign Jessica on this task. We want this to be completed in a month, and today it's July 11th, so it's going to be August 11th. The priority on this medium. It's not super important, but it's nice to get done. If we take a quick look here in the task toolbar, we can see this was created by Albin a minute ago. If we click on my profile here, we can see a picture, what my role is. We can also see some contact details and the current time where I'm based in. So in your profile, you can set your time zone, which is quite nice. You can also see the task ID here. You can click this to copy it. Right here we have a terminal icon. This is for the Git branch I showed you earlier. This basically takes the task ID and it slugifies the title of the task. So if we were to change this, we go back here. This is going to update. We can copy the URL to the clipboard. We can delete the task. And if you delete the task, don't worry, it's not going to disappear forever. There's a page for seeing all deleted tasks. Full screen mode, if you prefer that, close the task. So let's go ahead and add a description for this. So add in-app chat box. We want to have an in-app chat box where users can chat with chat with the supporting. The user should be able to choose who to chat with and whether they want to get contacted by email. Kind of like what's that big one called? Yeah, whatever. Can't think of it. You can also go ahead and add images. So as you can see here, this is Markdown support. So we can add like headings to this. We can add links if we want to. Let's just add a link. We can add like bullet items. And basically everything you can do in Markdown you can do here. Just to show that you can have images, we can just copy or take a screenshot here, go back here and just paste this in. This is going to add the image to our description. Save this, and now we have a description for our task here. Another thing that might be nice if you want to describe a task to your colleague is to actually split up the task, because this is very vague right now. It just says, yeah, there should be a chat box pretty much. And that's where subtasks come in. Subtasks are not a new concept, it's just a task that's related to each other. You can see up here we have a concept called parent task. So basically the subtasks I create here will get this add in-app chat box as a parent task. So let's create a new subtask and let's say icon button in the right bottom corner for opening chat window. Probably need some sort of notifications for support team, and also like notifications for users. And if you want to further explain this task, you can just hit this button and open it up in another tab, and you can describe this one here if you prefer. And once your like colleagues go through this and work on this, they can just tick this off. And that way you know how far they are in the process. Another really cool thing is you can chat on a task. So I can ask, how is this coming along? Do you need some more information from me? And then your colleague can go in here, so let's open another browser here. And let's find a new user. can go ahead and go into this workspace, the sprint, and we can answer. And we can go back here and we see the message here. This is really good for quickly iterating ideas, for example. Yeah, that's pretty much all on the task. You have reactions, so you can show some emotions for this. Upvote it, downvote it. You know, tasks shouldn't be dull to work with. It can be fun. Show your emotions. Okay, so let's say this task is completed. Then you click this checkbox here, mark is completed. Get a little confetti animation here. And this is something I'm going to work on a bit, because since I want you to be able to add however many columns you want, you can name them whatever you want, I don't actually know when your task is completed. So this is completely separated from the column concept. But I'm working on functionality for specifying which column should be the final column, which should tick the tasks as done. But right now you just take this so you can drag it into the done column. Right up here you have a toolbar for filtering tags. So if I want to search for my task, I can just search for chat. We can search on the different tags that we have, and then only ones containing this tag will show up. Statuses, open or completed. And we can even filter on dates. So maybe we only want the one created before today, or created after a certain date. And as I mentioned, we can change, or we can create a new task right from here. Up here we can actually change the layout, so if we want this to be a list, we can change it to be that. I prefer it to be a board, and this is the option you get when you create a new board as well. You can choose which layout you want. Alright, so here are 3 views that you're probably going to use quite often. All tasks. This is going to show all tasks inside of the workspace you're currently in. And you have the same filtering functionality here. You can click on it and open it and work on the task right here. This is also going to show, so if you try to find our this oh, it's not, it's called chat box, right? So if we click on this, we're going to see something called locations. So this is basically going to list all the locations that this task is currently in. So as we can see, it's in the project new platform, it's in the board sprint week 35 to 36, and it's in the column done. Because we can add this task in however many places we want. So if we create a marketing board here, we can basically go ahead and the column, and we can add this same task here. So if we now go back and we search for our chat box, you're going to see this is now in 2 different locations, which is quite nice to see. Let's say we go ahead and we delete this task by going up here. Now it's going to show up here in the trash. This is really nice because you almost never actually want to fully delete it. It's super nice to have a history of all tasks, to go back and see Did we delete the wrong one, or why did we delete it? Was there something in the conversations I missed? And if you want to restore it, you can click up here, restore task, and now it's not going to be deleted. The locations won't be re-added though. You'll have to go ahead and add it back where you want to have it, because this information we don't have anymore. My tasks is all the tasks that you are currently assigned to. So this is quite nice if you go to work on a Monday, like what am I supposed to do today? Just click on my tasks, this is the stuff, this is the order they're created in from newest to oldest. You can see the tags, the members, the status, how active, like the comments, any subtasks. You can filter this as well. Another really nice feature that I showed you earlier is the command palette. I use this a lot actually. It makes it even easier to use Taskplane. We have the same views here like my task, trash, settings. We can create a new task from here. We have our project, we have our boards. But what's really nice is I can just search for chat. Well, yeah, it's here. I'm sorry. And we can just open it right from here. Super nice. And I often use it for just like going to a sprint like this, super fast. The last couple of views we have here is the workspace view. Here you can manage your members, you can invite new members, you can delete them, you can change the roles. And just be careful when you try to change your role to a user. We're showing a warning here because if you change your role, your own role, you might be locked out of certain things. So just we added that for for your own safety. We have this little feedback widget here, so I really encourage you to try this out. If you run into anything, or if you have any ideas, you can just post your feedback here, and I'm going to see it in a dashboard very quickly, so I can just start working on it right away. You can also click here to create a new workspace. You can have however many you want, invite your friends to work on the hackathon project or whatever you want. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I've been working on this for like 3 months on like nights and weekends, and I think it turned out pretty great. I hope you think so too. Again, go here, just sign up for the private beta, and you will get notified when, or sign up for the to request access, and you will get notified when you can try it out or we're in general availability. Yeah, I hope you liked it, and thank you for listening, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.